Hi, friends. We are live today. We are going to be talking about omnipresence, and we're going to be getting started in just a second. It looks like my internet's a little slow today, but we're going to work through it. All right. All right, perfect. So I am going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. I am Bridget Brooks, founder of Search Everywhere Marketing. We help brands become impossible to ignore without burning out or posting 47 times a day. And if we've never met, here's what you need to know about me in about 30 seconds. I have worked for major brands like Facebook and Groupon. I have ran campaigns for major brands like Sony, Vizio, um, Slim Chickens, Boston University. So I have definitely run the gauntlet of campaigns. And I don't believe that the culture of hustle for marketing. I believe in smart, visible that really compounds, right? I built Search Everywhere Marketing because I was tired of watching brilliant brands stay invisible while mediocre ones dominated simply because they understood distribution. So, before we begin the process, I want to make sure you hit on that subscribe button so that way you can always stay updated with what's happening in marketing, what's happening with Omnipresence, and what's happening with Search Everywhere Marketing. So, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, gonna share my screen. Perfect. All right. So most business owners are exhausted. They feel like they are shouting into a void, that they're hoping that the right person hears them. But what if you didn't have to shout? What if you had the omnipresence? The word omni means all, presence means being here. So, when we talk about the goal of our strategy, we aren't just talking about posting more. We're talking about the ultimate competitive advantage, existing in all places at all times simultaneously. We're moving away from the one to one marketing where you chase one lead at a time to the one to infinite marketing. This isn't just a goal, this is today's economy and it's survival requirement. Now, people aren't buying from the best, and that's not because their business is bad. It's because their business is invisible to most of their market. The reality is the average consumer is exposed to 4,000 to 10,000 brand messages daily. Your competitors just launched 3 new campaigns, and that best performing ad that you ran last quarter, it's already invisible. If we looked at it like a scale, on one side, you would have a better offer, and on the other side, you would have a familiar brand. In 2026, the scale is always going to lean towards the familiar brand every time. People don't buy because they're the best business. People buy because they're the most recognized. Now, omnipresence equals speed of trust. If I see you once, you're a stranger. If I see you everywhere else, you're the authority. If you're invisible to your customers, you don't exist, no matter how good your product is. You're operating in what I call ghost mode. You show up once, maybe twice, and then you disappear. So, most of you have actually tried fixing the ghost mode. You've fallen into the done for you death loop, what I like to call, right? The DIY death loop. You buy the $997 course, you lose the weekends on YouTube tutorials, and then you hire a freelancer who ghosts you as soon as things get technical. The results? I mean, you guessed it. Wasted ad spend, zero confidence, and zero leads. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need more intelligence or more courses. You need a system that takes you to the finish line. You need a machine that works while you sleep. So here's what the data tells us. The average buyer needs 12 to 15 brand touch points before taking action. Google reports that 90% of consumers are not ready to buy on the first time that they see you. Yet, most small businesses run ads that show up one time for one keyword on one platform. That's not marketing. That's hoping that someone's in the mood. Omnipresence is what happens when people don't just discover you, they recognize you. So let's clear some things up on omnipresence real quick. Being on every platform is not omnipresence. Doubling your ad spend is not omnipresence. And becoming a content machine is not omnipresence. Omnipresence means showing up strategically, repeatedly, and coherently. And that's where the 4 C's come in. These aren't just tactics, they're rules of the game. And first up, we have clarity. Most paid ad media fails for one reason and one reason only: muddy messaging. Google's own research shows that if you have less than 1 second to earn someone's attention, if the messaging isn't clear, the scroll wins. Here's the problem I see with businesses all the time: they explain what they do instead of what the customer gets. Full service solutions, innovative approach, customized strategies. None of that tells me why I should care. Winning creative in 2026 answers these 3 questions instantly. Who is it for? What is it? And why should I care? Clear brands don't explain, they declare. And when clarity's missing, you pay more for click, you pay more for lead, you pay more for conversion. And that's not really the option, guys. That's just the math. Number 2, confidence. Now, let's talk about trust, because people don't buy from strangers. They buy from brands they've seen before. Confidence is built through controlled repetition. Seeing you on Meta while they're scrolling, then on Google while they're searching, then on Nextdoor while they're asking their neighbors. It's a no-brainer. The metadata shows repeated exposure can increase conversion rates up to 3. Brands consistently outperform better offers that they don't recognize. This is where most business owners panic and say, I don't want to annoy people. But here's the truth: you're not annoying, you're forgettable. The brands winning right now, they don't convince harder, they show up longer. And our third C is credibility. And this one, it hits the wallets, guys. Your ad is your digital storefront. And if your ads look cheap, inconsistent, unproven, the algorithm and the users punish you. Nestle studies showed that ads with visible social proof increase your click-through rate up to 300%. Brands with consistent creatives also see a lower cost per click because the platform rewards the trust signals. So, what I see mid-marketing businesses do is really good service, real results, zero visibility. If your proof only lives on your website, or worse, in your head, you're paying for credibility tax on every single click. Now, that leads me to our fourth one, which is conversions. And this is where a lot of people get defensive. Omnipresence without conversions is just an expensive hobby. No, let me say it again. Omnipresence without conversions is just an expensive hobby. The data doesn't care how much effort you put in, it only cares what works. Industry benchmarks show that businesses that review and optimize ads monthly outperform the set it and forget it accounts by 20 to 30%. Yes, most 500 key business owners that I see don't look at ads when something breaks, react emotionally when the short term dip happens, and don't have a feedback loop. It's just reactions. So, conversion is really not about tricks, it's about systems that listen to the data. The numbers always tell you what to do. So, if you understand the four rules: clarity, confidence, creativity, and conversion, the question isn't, does this work? The evidence is overwhelming. The question is, how do you implement it? How do you leave ghost mode? Well, there's four simple steps, right? You need to audit your current process. You need to design your technology touchpoint strategy. You need to build and optimize your systems because once they're built, something's sure to break. It always does. And you need to commit to consistency. Sounds simple, right? So, how do you actually do that? Well, let me show you how we do it without losing our minds. We use what's called the waterfall effect. So, step one is you record a long form video, and this is your source, right? The heart of the expertise. Step two is you take that video into 10 short clips. This gives you reach across reels, TikToks, shorts. Step three is you run retargeted ads. The results is you appear to be working 24/7, but in reality, you only spent 1 hour in front of the camera and you're working smarter, not harder. Now, the secret sauce that makes all this work is integration. Most people have a fragmented marketing system. Their Facebook doesn't talk to their Google, their tracking is a mess. When your platforms talk to each other, your cost per acquisition drops substantially. The biggest hurdle in omnipresence isn't money, you guys, it's mindset. Most of us are stuck in the manual marketing. We think we have to post daily by hand. We have to record brand new videos every single morning. We have to spend our lives chasing cold leads on social while guessing what might work and what might be the fast track. No, we're shifting the mechanical thinking mode. Instead of recording daily, we're repurposing one single video into 20 pieces of content. Instead of manually posting, we're scheduling an entire month of content in just 1 hour. We stop chasing the cold leads and start retargeting warm visitors who already know us. Most importantly, we stop guessing. We let the data from a 90-day sprint decide what our next move is. This is how you go from being a hustler to a systems operator. And to make this work, I have what we call robot marketing team. These are my tools that do 90% of the work and the manual labor so that you don't have to. First is the capture. I use Descript for my podcast, for my videos, you name it, I use it in there, right? There's also Riverside, which a ton of people use that speak very highly of it. Excuse me, just needed to get a drink. Second, we clip. We use AI tools like Opus Pro or Munch. These platforms automatically find your most valuable viral moments and chop them into short clips. It's like having a full time editor in your back pocket, right? Third, we distribute. We distribute using Metricool, Go High Level. Um, Honestly, if you have a platform that allows you to post natively to that platform and schedule it, use it. In a lot of examples, Meta Business Suite. Meta has openly told people, now listen up, guys, because I used to work for Facebook. Meta has openly told people, when you use our products, we will reward you. So, the integration is important. Now, when these stages are all connected, you aren't just running a marketing, you're running an ecosystem. But simple doesn't mean easy. This is the implementation gap. Algorithms change consistently, platforms reward consistency, Omnipresent requires maintenance, and suddenly marketing becomes a full-time second job on top of running your business. Oh, I missed the slide here where we were talking about mechanical, but we talked about, posting daily by hand, retargeting. We want them to show up on the inflammation gap, and the full funnel strategy, right? So the inflammation gap to the full funnel strategy is that when you have those 20 pieces and you've seen what's worked well, you then go and put money behind them. Start with top of the funnel. Google ads can be top of the funnel. Meta can be top of the funnel. YouTube can be top of the funnel. TikTok can be top of the funnel, right? But you want to get them there. From that point, you go into retargeting. If they found you on Google, you retarget them on Meta. If they found you on TikTok, you retarget them on Google. There's so many ways that you can retarget, and you can do it for very inexpensive, and you're showing up as the authority. And then the third one is the integration, right? We need to make sure that our marketing doesn't just show up once, but we actually take our consumer through the finish line. That's done through automations, that's done through AI, that's done through email sequences. There's so many ways that that can be done, text message sequences, that if you don't have the finish line in your marketing, you don't have marketing. So that leads me to the SEM Omni 90-day present membership. Now, we've covered a lot of ground today, but if you're sitting here wondering how you're going to actually implement this without feeling like you're shouting to the void, I want to invite you to the SEM 90 membership. This isn't one of those endless memberships where you pay for forever and never finish. This membership has a finish line. Our entire goal is to let you get agency ready or completely self-sufficient on omnipresence in the next 90 days. We're building your engine and then giving you the keys. So what's included is we have weekly trainings, complete SEM, omnipresence growth system, monthly action plan, monthly coaching hot seats, really everything that you need to get you from zero to agency or self-sufficient omnipresence ready in 90 days. Now, I want to show you why this matters, because if we look at Mike, before he started using our systems, he was literally waking up every morning stressed out, just hoping the phone would ring. In 90 days, his lead volume increased 47%. His cost per lead dropped from $80 down to $32. Now, think about that. He's paying less than half per lead than he used to, and his revenue is up 29% month over month because he stopped guessing and he started using a system. He told me it saved his business and his sanity, and that's exactly what we're here for. So, month one, you focus on the heavy hitters, right? We focus on Google ads, your top of the funnel setup. We start getting the faucet flowing, right? We turn on the faucet. Month two is where we layer in your retargeting. We layer in the Meta or the TikTok or the YouTube. And this is where the omnipresence really starts to happen. And this is where your prospects feel like they are seeing you everywhere. And then in month three, we tie it all together with a full funnel integration, tracking, analytics, KPI, knowing exactly what the numbers are telling you so you can know what the next steps are. At day 91, we do a full marketing readiness audit. We look under the hood of your business and we tell you if you're ready to scale this solo or if you need us to take it over or someone else to help you. Now, you're getting the exact same growth plan that we use for our clients that are paying us $4,000 to $6,000 a month. We have weekly live trainings on Google, Meta, and AI. We have monthly hot seat coachings, plus a full resource library and a private community where people are all doing the same exact thing you are. So you have 3 ways to join us. You can go to searcheverywheremarketing.com/membership. If you want to just see what it's all about, you can take the test drive, right, for 1 month. There's the complete sprint where we're with you for the full 90 days. And then there is our extended sprint. And let me explain what the extended sprint is for. Because, yes, we do want you to be ready in 90 days. And we believe that we're going to teach you everything you need to know in your 90 days. But sometimes people aren't ready yet. So if you're the type of person where you're like, 90 days is great, but I have to run my business every day, so I'm going to need a longer time frame than that, that's where we have the extended sprint for you. So if you're ready to stop the random acts of marketing that have been happening and actually build predictable growth machine, the link's in the chat. The description is in the links in the description. Head over there now, pick a plan that fits you, your commitment level, your growth, and let's get to work. I'm Bridget Brooks with Search Everywhere Marketing, and today we just told you all about Omnipresence, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.